Let me start recording. So,
I'll send you the feats after this for him.
all right. So, welcome back to the channel. Today, guys, we're doing Asta versus Luffy, the one y'all been waiting for. So, you know it's about to get really, really heated about this debate. So, you strap in. This is going to be a long one.
Yep, this is gonna be a one for the books. I thought someone was gonna join in on this, but I had this feeling that Jake or even Rose was gonna.
Oh yeah, Jake got banned.
What did he do?
I told the dude to stop insulting people while debating. Like, you can't just have an argument and just insult him because you disagree. Like, you can't do that. Like, you gotta be respectful of people's opinions and their statements. Can't just say, "Oh no, you're a fucking dumbass. You go here like this and that." I gave good arguments. People agreed to those arguments.
Oh, and wait. Let me ask, who was it for? Just wondering.
Oh, it's you know the Z fighters versus the Logias.
Oh yeah, no, I like that stuff. Like, I mean, of course, in terms of AP, independent on speed, yes, but the fact of how they work, that was a good concept. And obviously, the fruits of your labor did provide, if you know, from the views.
Exactly, and people just don't agree with me. They say, "Oh no, they can destroy things on a molecular level." Actually, I have proven within the scans, in the channel scans, that they can only atomize things. They cannot destroy things on a molecular level, so they can pretty much turn them to atoms. That's it. And guess what? Some Logias are pretty much made of atoms, like Caesar Clown. So they can't really destroy them. So I'm just saying,
it's like, if you just understand the fundamentals, you can't hurt a Logia unless if you are like a higher Logia type or a Logia or a Haki yourself.
Exactly. If you have something that's superior to that Logia, you will harm them. But what's superior to lightning?
There, in terms of elemental standards, there would not be a superiority in terms of lightning. Maybe light. Maybe I don't know.
Light. I don't know. Like, how are they gonna destroy light? Like, it's a photon. Like, it's like they have to destroy, like, on a very small level, like subatomic levels or particles, which they can't do that. Never been shown to do that. Like,
if you know, so that's why lightning is I don't know, it's a pretty lightning is honestly the only person you could argue they might be able to hurt is Ace, but that's just because maybe some people have some lava stuff, I'm pretty sure, but that's it.
I'm pretty sure Ace loses here because the whole thing that magma is hotter than fire, that means like ki blast, like a ki blast is pretty much hotter, like
yeah. But Caesar Clown, Blackbeard, and Kuzar, and stuff like that, and
exactly,
they're pretty safe.
Yeah, they're pretty safe, especially Kuzan. He's cold itself. He's not ice. He's cold.
Yeah, he's not. His fruit literally translates to snow, or not snow. It's like, what is it,
it translates to cold. Yes, like a cold feeling. So they can't really destroy coldness. That's like a concept. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. It's just like, it was baffling just reading people's arguments. Say, "Oh no, Saiyans are this and that." I just agree that Saiyans are definitely, the Z fighters are definitely stronger and faster, but they can't really do nothing to the Logias. I'm just saying, like, especially Caesar Clown, he can just literally just take away their air, and they just pretty much suffocate. So
yeah, and I know some people oh, the Z fighter. Well, to be fair, only 3 or 4 of the Z fighters would survive the longest. That's because Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan are Saiyans. They could hold the breath for a long time, but a long time is a few minutes.
All right, yeah, they can hold their breath but just not very long. And Caesar Clown, he can literally just turn invisible. Like, he could turn into air itself, and they don't even know where they hit at. And he could just appear right behind them and just take away their air, and they're fucked. So
yeah,
so that's
the only person I mean that would not matter would be Boo, Frieza, and Cell, but
exactly. But yeah, right. Asta versus Luffy. Right. So, I think we should. I think we both know like how strong each characters are.
Yeah,
We should like jump into like
how the fight would go down. It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
we've both talked. I mean, I'm pretty sure we both agree on Luffy being like, okay, guys, go watch some older videos. We're not gonna do an hour-long explanation for each character. We might go over it in 5 minutes. That's the best you're getting out of any of us.
Right.
But like right today, but like we both agree that Luffy is casually based large through multi-solar system, right? With depend on the the way how the One Piece planet is and how he scales to Whitebeard, right?
Exactly. Yep.
And if you want to lowball it star level, which honestly it's bullshit, don't you fucking dare.
Hey, if y'all want to really lowball it, then Luffy is star level.
Yeah, it was like even like some low ass people, like I'm not dissing Idea Shock. He's really good at his calculations, but even he calculated the plan to be like half the One Piece, like half the sun. So if you want to lowball it, star level base, but like just go on like what video did we talk about this? It was like maybe our Asta versus Zoro, or like one of our other videos how I showed you the scan of how big the One Piece planet is and how he casually scales the prime Whitebeard now, who could in his dying age destroy the entire One Piece planet.
Exactly. And for even more information about that is that in the data books it's been stated that Whitebeard still had his old strength when he was at his peak. So he just had low stamina and he was dying. So he still had his strength intact. So
yeah,
that's just saying that Luffy pretty much is stronger than a Whitebeard.
Yeah, and what's something that's kind of funny inside the anime now, like when that scene popped up in the anime, Kaido says, "You think you can hurt me?" And he says, "Only very few people in this world can challenge me." And you know what he shows as a flashback? Prime Goldie Roger and Prime Kaido.
And don't forget Shanks.
Prime Whitebeard. Yeah, Shanks too, but also Prime Whitebeard, which means they are relative to him.
Exactly.
In base, it's just like the creator wanted to prove the point.
Exactly. And so people want to argue that Kaido's older, so he's weaker. Wrong. That is wrong.
He's not really. He's not even that old. Like he's not compared
no, he's like 30 something. It's been confirmed he's like 30 or 40.
He's like one of the youngest of the Yonko, besides from like of course Luffy and
Big Mom.
How old? Yeah, but how old Shanks?
Shanks is like, I have no idea. I know he's like, he should be in his 30s at least. He looks like he's in his 30s.
Yeah. Honestly, I kind of don't want Shanks to be a bad guy. I've seen the theories out there. He bet honestly.
I mean, he did snitch on Luffy, like.
Yeah, but like me and Shanks, we're from the same homeland as Ireland. I have to help my brother out. Like I have to be there for him.
For real. So, but how this fight would go, like.
Yeah, and okay, so we both agree. Is also, if y'all want some more information how big the One Piece planet is, please go look at my video about it. But back to the thing. Agree that Asta would need to go at least Devil Union or True Devil Union at the start of the fight, right?
Right.
We agree on that. And Luffy, now that's in character for Asta to always go if he knows the person is strong. I think since he has ki, he would be able to sense, damn, this person could kill me, right? So he would most likely go Devil or True Devil Union, right?
Right.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
And Luffy would probably let him, like, even at base, he would be faster than Asta's own base, as our own calcs before. And so, but even so, he's not the type of person just to go kill him instantly. He'd be like, okay, I'll let you, because I'm a chill person, right?
Right.
So let's go over. Also, none of anti-magic would work against Luffy in any way or shape or form. Not at all. Like, I am the Black Clover person, and I agree on that. Like, and you agree with that too, right?
Right, because Devil Fruits are not magic.
Yeah, and Haki's literally spirit energy, and like, if you want to make the argument, actually, anti-magic doesn't harm the magic; it harms the mana itself. Well, know something? Mana is closer to life force than anything else.
Yeah,
Because, like,
that's true, but that's kind of weird how Asta doesn't have any mana at all. So that's why I think they when they mean ki, they mean like actual ki, like chi or ki, however they translate it.
yeah, that's
So yeah,
it's and also, and to be fair, Asta should be not alive because if mana is also a life force, like people without mana just die, but Asta's fine. And it's a theory. The only things in the verse that can survive without mana are technically devils, and there's the theories out there. But like and like he even survived an attack that sucks all that even just barely touching it would kill you because it sucks all of your life energy out, and he had it all trampled upon him and he came out of it like it was nothing. But like whatever. But like so, and even then it's still not gonna. I don't like to look at it like that. That's like it's just nothing. His anti-magic would not hurt him, so he's basically relying on his own fighting paralysis.
right. So it'd be kind of weird for the scaling here for Asta because he can't really do much. I mean, he has his sword. Sword skin, yeah, he still can cut Luffy, but I'm not sure. Like,
wait here, actually, I had a question about that. So, all of Asta's swords, besides his new katana demon slasher sword, they're all blunt. Of course he's been shown to cut people with it. That's only because he's really strong and he just like it's like if someone was really if someone like had a cardboard sword and they cut you, probably try to slice you, probably wouldn't cut you, but then comes like a really strong person that might cut you, like that.
Yeah.
So would any of Asta's other swords actually be able to cut Luffy? I had a question. Like, even though they are sharp, yes, but they're more blunt. It's because of age made them more blunt, right?
Yeah.
Do you think they would be able to cut Luffy?
I would
how do you see on that?
Like, are we talking about without Haki?
No, just like a base, like just Luffy's skin, like since he's rubber. Like, where do you think he would be able to get cut by it, even though they're not as sharp as like say an average sword?
I would say yes, he would get cut, but not as deep as you think, because like I'm pretty sure like this probably is non-canon, but I think Zoro and Luffy fought and Zoro cut him, and it didn't go as deep. And we know how strong Zoro was at the time. So, it's probably non-canon, so I can't probably use that. But, I would say it does cut him, but not as deep.
Alright, I just wanted to... but, of course, the Demon Slasher Sword probably cut deep.
Yeah.
Right? So... Alright, so I'm just gonna go with my first meta, like the one I made that video about, the Uni Asta video. I'm gonna go into that first meta of how strong Asta would be. I'm just gonna go into that meta first.
Okay.
Also, just so you know, the only attacks that would be able to affect Luffy are literally just his pure fighting. Like, his, Black Divider would just be a long sword to cut him. Black Hurricane would just be a bunch of slashes. None of the hacks. Like, no hacks. He has no hacks in this entire fight, just so y'all know. And if you're wondering, so that means he just instantly loses his anti-magic, at least nothing of the anti-magic. We know stated that the anti-magic, right, doesn't give you any sort of buff unless, the transformations. You have to be physically strong enough to actually have the force behind it. But regardless, right?
Right.
So, as you're saying, so Asta in Devil Union is small star to large star level, and that's just how Devil Arm Asta scales up to, just scales to a 80% Dante, who with the black hole he made. Now, I'm not gonna go into why it's a real black hole. Go watch my video if you really want to. It would be like dwarf star level, and I just upscaled how much Devil Union would be, and the fact of how the other the 100% Dante was comparable to the twin devils. Now they're all comparable, and how he slapped a fused version of him, he would be anywhere from small star to large star level, depending on how the other Cliff devils would scale.
Right.
And that's Devil, and in terms of speed, it would be anywhere from 80 million times the speed of light to 8 billion times the speed of light.
8 billion.
Yeah.
That's gonna be
Anyway,
tough.
yeah, and I'm also I'll pull out some of my Luffy speed feats because honestly, all my calcs for it's like when I was first calcing these guys, right? There might have been a few inconsistencies, but like I calced them at the same time, meaning like, you know, if you can say this is more of a low ball, I guess, for both the characters, but since I calced them at the same time, not one has an edge. Like, did I put more effort into the other? You know what I mean?
Right.
So like I'll get that out too, but like you want to go over base like just I think you should just talk about no, I want to go over Luffy. I'll hold off on Devil Union for a little minute. A true Devil Union. You want to talk about Luffy?
Okay, so Luffy, since this will be spoilers, by the way, spoilers for
Oh
people
yeah.
that don't want to know about on Luffy's true abilities and stuff like that. If you don't want to be spoiled, click off now. This is your warning. All right, so pretty much Luffy, he is like, okay, so his abilities is kind of fucking weird now. So we know Luffy's made of rubber, right? And some people say, oh, it's the gum fruit, right? The gum fruit, he's made of rubber. That explains his abilities. Well, actually, no, it doesn't, because pretty much we got the big reveal that pretty much Luffy's fruit is known as the Hito no Mi Mado Nika, which is a mythical Zoan type fruit, which literally translates to human fruit. Mythical Zoan Mado Nika. What is Nika? We don't fucking know, because like this is pretty much Oda's lore within the series. It's not inspired by anything. It's been, it's a lore in the series. So pretty much we don't know who Nika is within the story. So Luffy with his Nika fruit, he pretty much has like a whole bunch of abilities, because pretty much it's been stated that he can fight however he wishes. Pretty much it grants him like more strength within his rubber abilities. Like his rubber body gains more strength and freedom, so he can fight however he wishes. And this is only gear 5th. This is called gear 5th. This is the peak of his power. So before I go into what he can do in that one, I'll go over what he can do pretty much in his base and with his gears, stuff like that. So in base, pretty much Luffy is immune to all blunt attacks. It's been stated in the manga, and it's been stated in the data books by Oda himself. Yes, he is immune to blunt force. So blunt force attacks does not work on him. Even in falling from a high, like a high building, and he just crash it down, he would not get hurt. This even was stated in Marineford that Luffy is like, oh, I'll be fine because I'm made of rubber, because he's falling from the sky. So he has that. It's some kind of invulnerability, if you want to say. He has what's a good one? I mean, he has elasticity, and he has the ability to control his body. I mean, cool.
Oh, you know what's an interesting fact about, like, I remember it just popped my mind. The more that Luffy stretches his arm, like for a gum pistol, Gatling, whatever, right? Or bazooka, instead of like it gains more mass when it stretches or something. It was stated something like that. Like the more it stretches, the more mass it gains. Something like that.
I have to find that because
I remember even Idea Shock, and he even did a video showing something about that, and like I always, ever since I saw and heard that, I was like, damn, I can't wait till the Monday Luffy stretches his arms across like the whole planet or something, and just like boing, like I just want to see that happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure with his Devil Fruit Awakenings, we could.
Oh yeah, I want to see that. Like I just want to see that.
I mean, he did. Nah, let me not spoil that. I'm about to go into that later. While you explaining your Devil Union, I'm going to explain Gear 5th. So let me go over his base form and stuff like that. So Luffy, he has non-physical interaction. It's limited because he can, interact with beings made of pure electricity because he's rubber. He pretty much has some kind of regeneration. Well, it's like a low mid regeneration or a mid low regeneration, either or. His regeneration is kind of weird. I mean, because he can heal. I mean, he healed from being like impaled from crocodile, which was never explained how he got healed. So
I think it's just the fact that now we know he's a mythical zone type. That like, there's a lot of instances where it now all makes sense. Like when he fought against Katakuri, how he was very tired, and Luffy was like, "Are you serious?"
right.
In the last time. Oh, are you gonna go over his insane, like, stamina?
Oh, actually, let me go over what a zone is because that's pretty much the answer. Okay, so zones. If Luffy's he's a mythical zone. For those who don't know what a zone is pretty much it's one of the three types of devil fruits within the series, or three types of power systems. So it's pretty much allows the person or something that eats the fruit transform into an animal-like species at will or interspecies hybrid. And unlike paramecia and logia type fruits, zoans are said to carry wills of their own when they are consumed. So, oh wait, no, even when they're unconsumed, my bad. Even when they're unconsumed, they pretty much have a will of their own. So, it's been stated like Luffy's fruit was running away from the world government, and they say that they swear that their minds was not playing tricks on them. Is that yes, they can do this. So yeah. So a zone literally translates to animal system. It allows pretty much you to, transform into that beast or mythical zone. So it's been stated by Rob Lucci that zoans are the strongest in terms of close quarters combat. And the more they train, the stronger their devil fruits become. I mean, this is kind of like self-explanatory how Luffy is able to become so powerful, of course. Now, I'm going to go over his mythical zones are. So mythical zones are pretty much a subclass of zones that allows users to transform into creatures or even deities at the subject of the myth or legend. It is the rarest type of zone and even more rare than Logia users. So yeah, the mythical zones are pretty much the strongest types in the zone types. So they say that is even more rare than Logia's abilities because they have the ability to have more than one ability. So yeah, that is interesting. So since it's the most formidable and distinguished of the mythical, like the distinguishing factor of the mythical zones is they have a unique mythical ability or abilities in their transformation itself. Like for Barco's Phoenix is able to generate flames with healing properties, or the Nine-Tailed Zoan fruit, which allows them to transform into someone's lookalike. And
He can even use Biju bombs.
Probably.
I wanted to see if someone I just wanted to see if that's just for any of your Narutards listening to this. I want to see if you're listening.
Exactly. Now there's that one. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry. No, I was just gonna say, like how those teachers, let's say something to get the sleeping kid to wake up or something like that. I just was trying to do that. Continue.
I was gonna say that pretty much with zoans, they are known for having extreme recovery and extreme durability. So they are pretty much the most durable, and they have the most high rate recovery system within the series. So pretty much that means that their recovery and durability means that if they get knocked down or they get knocked out, they will immediately get back up, right? They recover really quickly. So pretty much they get damaged, sure, but they recover quickly. Now, there are some cases of mythical zone users being able to access these abilities without transforming. This is hinted with the Hito no Mi Maronika, and particularly permanently transforming the user's body into a rubbery state, similar to the effect of a paramecia. So yeah, Luffy pretty much was using his zone abilities unsubconsciously. That's pretty much what they're saying. Unsubconsciously, since day one, he was using his abilities, and he didn't even know what he does. So yeah, pretty much it gives you a special ability, like Kaido with his wind and lightning abilities, manipulation, and the flame clouds is, of course, it gives you a range of abilities. So for Luffy, we have no idea what he can do with his shit. So that's what a zone is. Luffy's abilities is self-explanatory. He can stretch, he can inflate his bones by blowing into them, he can blow into his muscles to gain more strength and speed. I think Doflamingo said it was 10 times fold or 7 times fold, either way. And I think that's pretty much it, like for Luffy right there. Yeah, he can just stretch and blow into his mouth. Oh, pump his blood too. I forgot about that. Pump his blood to increase his strength and speed. So that's Luffy. Haki is 3 types. Conqueror's Haki, Ornament Haki, Observation Haki. To put a long story short, the Conqueror's Haki pretty much overpowers the will of others, and you can infuse your attacks to make them even more powerful. Observation Haki, you can pretty much sense attacks before they happen. You can sense intentions, you can sense emotions, you can sense a spiritual presence, and you can even see into like a few minutes into the future. So there is that. Ornament Haki, it increases not only your offense abilities, but it also grants you defense as well. So it could be invisible, or it could be visible with the black hardening that you be seeing, so you could actually tell if they actually use an Ornament Haki or not. So yeah, there's that. And the advanced version, you can pretty much cause, well, it basically ignores durability, or it pretty much, no, it doesn't ignore durability, it negates it. So pretty much, yeah, you can destroy you from the inside out. So that's Luffy's abilities. And yeah, now it's your turn.
So yeah, the only ability besides slashing Asta would be able to use is the infinite slash or infinite slash equinox that could traverse infinite terrain, as well as stay to be direct, like parallel to Yami's dimension slash and dimension slash equinox, and it can like, and it says, and they can also casually traverse infinite realms, as well as destroy. The baseline can destroy space and slice through space and time, and the equinox can destroy an infinite universe. You kind of just laid it thick. All the stuff like Luffy can do now, it's like he can slash. The one thing besides the slashing and the one spell he would be able to use, also he can choose who or who not to hurt, which I don't know if like, I can imagine like he slashes at Luffy and it only cuts his skin, but it doesn't hurt his internal organs. Like he can do something like that if he wants to now, which is kind of cool. But like regardless, so the one other thing he has beside, and he can fly now in Double Union, but the one other thing he has that could work on him is his ki, which see, ki is a precognition and sensory enhancing ability. It's very renowned in the series, like, and also you know it can also sense intentions, as well as like observation Haki can also sense intention.
Right.
Yeah, I just remember, like, I was rewatching some stuff. I was like, oh shit, forgot about that. Like, he can sense intentions, lies, and he's okay. So this ain't fair to say, but I was gonna say he's the second best ki user, even though he's the second ki user in the whole show. It's kind of useless. Like saying, oh, I'm the second strongest man in the world. There's only 2 men in the world. You know, but like but like it's saying something. It's saying something because he's actually really good at it. The only thing that was able to stop him from like being able to sense things was one knocked during his training, trapped him inside his like dimension room spell, which if it's the same as the one who trapped the the Twin Devils in, right? Then the only things that could exist in that realm were shadows and light, which would make it still very great if he couldn't sense anything because he was in complete and utter nothingness. That's the only time he has been blocked. And it does have precognitive sense. He can't see the future, but he can predict attacks. And since we're on the subject, in terms of predicting wise, what do you do you think Luffy would have the edge since he can actually see like 3 seconds in the future compared to Asta who just like predict?
Well, actually, I think Luffy can see even farther than that. The reason why I say that is because Luffy, when he was locked up, when Kaido defeated him, he was locked up. He was able to see at least a minute and farther within the future because somebody was going to blow them up, and he just pretty much like appear right next to them. He's like, "Hey man, I sense something bad in the future, so I'm just going to stop you before it happens." So it's more than seconds. So I'm pretty sure the more powerful his Haki becomes, the more he can see into the future. Because Katakuri, he can see like future events happening with his future sight. It's not just like it's like several seconds. He can see actual minutes. Like So I'm pretty sure Luffy can do the same thing, but since his Haki has become stronger, so I'm not really sure. I don't know.
I mean, I wouldn't say like Luffy's observation Haki or advanced observation Haki is that on par with Katakuri. I guess he was known for that shit, but like I would say I would say it's gotten better, but like I wouldn't say it's on par with Katakuri. So you know what I mean?
Right. I mean,
like, I would say it's at least maybe it's
comparable to Kaido because Kaido can use it too.
Yeah, I think Kaido can see like I don't know. Like I know he was able to see like. I remember hearing it somewhere like 10, 15, maybe 30 seconds in the future. I don't remember. I heard something like that. You probably know more of how long you can see, but I remember hearing something Kaido can see at least that much. And I was even seeing, like, if you only anime onlys, even now we see he can like predict Kaido's attack and dodge it now. Which, but like regardless, yeah.
But yeah, I say like Luffy has more a range of that because he can actually see future events happening. So I guess I'll give Luffy the edge because like I don't know if Asta's story's about to wrap up. I'm pretty sure he's gonna do something like more impressive than he can do right now.
Yeah, like to be fair. Actually, okay, in terms of the key and like the key versus observation wise, to be fair, we might, because he is gonna fight a spoiler, Julius, and he is the best because he can actually just see the entire future. So if he could out predict him, then that would be maybe better. But as of now, I would give in terms of prediction wise to like observation Haki.
Right.
Like I just want yeah, that's kind of in terms of abilities. That's the only thing that would work. If this was, damn, like this is. The Asta is not gonna lie. In a lot of communities, he has to rely on his own fight brawls, which he can do. Like he even fought Lee Bei with no magic. Like he's done shit like that. There's even a whole arc. I'm pretty sure. I think this is non-canon. I don't know for sure, but there's a whole anime arc where someone stole his grimoire, so he had the whole like arc with no magic, and he was still fine. But regardless, no anti-magic, but like still, but he, well, like, yeah, he doesn't have any of his hacks or anything. He only has his pure strength, which is all about, but still.
So how would this go for the base? Do you think Luffy will push him to like true Devil Union?
Oh, most definitely. Like here, I'm doing here. Let me just so you know, I'm like my next video is gonna be a little different. I'm making a video about what if all the bombs in the world just went off? What would that equate to? But like so I was just doing some notes about that. But like here I actually was doing something really quick. This is I guess a little spoiler for my it's a little spoiler for I guess a little quick calculation I did for like base Luffy. So in my video when I talked about like Luffy, the One Piece planet, right?
All right.
I found that it was just the distance between like two islands, like the one Kuzar flew to, right? Took about like a few days. So if we just say that's 2 days, and it takes light about 5.5 hours to like just get across the to get across like our solar system, which would be roughly just the distance between two islands is about like the size of like 9.6 solar systems. And if I substitute that size for like just the distance between like the Hawaiian islands and like the coast, right? And basically that would have that in our Earth, it would be like that'd be like 1/9 of our planet's circumference, right? And if I just, I'm doing it real quick right now, I'm almost done. So if I times that by 9, we have a base Luffy, right? Give me 1 minute. Oh shit. Okay. Alright, we have a base Luffy being able to outpoint. Alright, you ready for the number?
Yeah.
Alright, he's able to outpoint 1 point, big number, times 10 to the 47 joules of energy, or basically he can outpoint. 1 minute, I have the versus battle wiki thing on. He's a large solar system level in base. He's like solar system to large solar system in base. And Asta and just W Union is hitting the, just like large star if he's lucky.
Damn, so that is like honestly, I don't even know how to deal with that, especially with Gear 5th. Oh man, that's
and like I'm gonna be honest, I haven't done any calcs for what the multiplier is for Gear 5th, but I did do calcs for other shit. But regardless, if you're running with large star levels to the 42, Luffy is like 5 exponents stronger than Asta in base, and why he's just in his second strongest form. And in terms of speed, what did you have Luffy? Just curiosity in base.
Do
you have a set number?
In base, he should be MFTO plus. Well, no, not. Well, in base, yeah, he should be MFTO plus because he's actually faster. He was able to fight against Katakuri on equal footing because Katakuri's way faster than Luffy was. Well, he was fighting against World or Burgundy World, or how he say his first name.
Yeah, Burgundy World.
Yeah, Burgundy World, who can multiply his speed by 100 times. So this was like a Luffy before the beginning of time skip. So Luffy should be MFTO plus.
Right. My own set calculations. I had like Luffy. It's like I don't know, but I when I was calculating the like Gear 4th transformation, right?
Right.
I have it right here opened up. Right here, I'm just gonna read to you like what I did before and find out. So I found that it was at least a 20 times amp in like power. It's because of it's right here. So that like and honestly we know that he was he was alright, so 7.5 plus 5. So we know that inside like his we know that Doflamingo was casually able to like stomp Luffy even in Gear 2, right?
Right.
And would remain at least 7.5 times stronger and stuff like that. And when he went Gear 4th, right? He was casually able to stomp him, making him like 7.5 times stronger than him. And so 7.5 plus 7.5 plus the already 5 amp, which Gear 2 is often a like 5 times amp most people have it at, right?
Right.
And like that would make 5 plus 7.5 plus 7.5 is like 20, and that's like the amp for Gear 4th, right? And it like within that, right? And within that, he would have like and I found that a base Luffy at the just currently, right, is able to here I'm making sure I'm getting the right number. A base Luffy is around 7 million times the speed of light, and that's as of base.
Oh
So,
shit.
yeah. So in terms of power, yeah, he would dog stomp like a Devil Union Asta. Like in terms of speed, he would be, even like I said, alone over 80 million times the speed of light, and 8 billion times the speed of light. But I do think the pure and plus the observation Haki, right, and the pure strength disadvantage. And oh yeah, Asta only has 5 minutes in this form, just so you know. So you know, yeah, that's one limitation I forgot to mention. So I do think he might push to True Double Universe. He would sense his power, and Libe would be like, "Hey, might want to power up. Might as well. Like, you know, we don't want to die." Do you agree?
I agree. Yeah,
And
I agree.
if he does, it's like Luffy. Would you agree that Luffy wouldn't really be able to get a good catch on him, but he would, like, you know, if he did get one hit, it would probably be over. And also, it's not that dumb. He would understand that.
Exactly. I would
Well,
agree with this because like I mean sure if like Asta was indeed faster than Luffy was going to just sense him through by reading the future. He's going to attack him where he's going to be at, and Asta's going to be just caught up by surprise by that because he's like, oh, I'm pretty sure I'm faster than him. How the hell can you know where I am?
yeah,
And
and like, him and Libe realize, hey, maybe he can see the future. Like, the Wizard King is like, okay, let's just step this up a bit.
yeah, let's get this up. So we're gonna do like gear fourth. Yeah, we're gonna go with like gear fourth because he barely using like gear second here. So like we're gonna use gear
Or
fourth.
if he goes straight to Gear 4, which, you know, like I said, I know, like Luffy, like it was stated familiar, he's a magnitude stronger, which does sit in, actually. It could actually make the Gear 4 my own multiplier stronger, because him being a magnitude times stronger, which is off, magnitude means 10, right? Anyway,
Yeah.
him being 10 times stronger than Doflamingo, who is already able to one shot him in his like Gear second form, which is like, you know, 5 times that plus the 7.5, could even make it a little bit, like maybe 22, 23 times amp, right?
Right.
But in regardless, if we just take like the 20 times, do you agree with the 20 times amp, what I read to you?
Yeah. Yeah.
If we,
I mean,
if we go with,
Doflamingo, he stated that it's tenfold.
yeah, and he would have to overcome his own strength, which is already able to one-shot him, which does actually make sense. His speed would be 140 million times the speed of light. And I'm right now gonna do the strength calc real quick, okay?
Right.
Let's see what, like, solar system through large solar system is times 20. Man, I can already feel some people that don't know anything about like the calculations for these characters being like, how the fuck are these like country level people at best like hit this strong? I Yeah, I can already see it. Alright, alright, here we go. Here's the big reveal. Now times that by 20. And we have Luffy able to output, won't be a big number, 3.93 times 10 to the 48 joules of energy, or still, like, now I'm pretty sure it's safely a large solar system, but he has, and thanks to you found the multiplier for armament Haki, remember, right?
Yeah, the Haki multiplier. Yep.
And I'm pretty sure I know it by heart, which I'm gonna, if you, with your permission, I'm gonna use that in my One Piece video. But like, is a 375 times amp, right?
Yep. Also, I would
And
like to show you something how fast this progression is, because I do have proof of how fast this grows. So I'm gonna post it in the scans here. 1 second.
all right, I'm gonna scan this ready real quick.
All right, so there. From bottom to top. So the pictures are sent wrong. So from bottom to top, it's been shown. Luffy stated that his Ultimate Haki is tough enough against blows, but it's not good enough to stop stuff like that. Like to stop like sharp objects and stuff like that. He said it isn't that strong yet. So
Yeah.
he moved forward in the other arc, he was able to block Doflamingo's attack. You know, Doflamingo is way stronger than Hoodie Jones, so of course.
Oh yeah.
And the last one is the one. This takes place after Dressrosa. This is like the beginning of Haki Island. So he's fighting against Cracker, who has way stronger Ornament Haki than Luffy, because he was able to cut Luffy's Ornament Haki. Oh wait, hold on. Actually, hold on a minute. Haki Island is after.
It's after Dressrosa.
Yeah, Dressrosa. Yeah, I was right. So yeah, he was able to cut Luffy's arm in Gear 4th, even with Ornament Haki, and we see right here that Luffy was able to block his sword attacks, and we don't see blood. So that's pretty much explains like his progression is completely fast. And when Rayleigh says that the more intense the fights gets, the stronger Haki becomes. This shows how fast his progression of that, you know, Haki becomes. It becomes really fast, especially for Luffy, because he's a Zoan, and we know Zoans are really strong in close combat. And the stronger they become, way stronger. In their base forms, by the way, in the base forms they become stronger if they train them hard enough. So this completely confirms right here that his progression is completely fast.
Right. And if you were wondering, for Gear 4 Luffy, which he always has his Ornament Haki on, which means that's always going to be that 375 times amp, right?
Right.
He would be able to outpoint basically to the 51 joules energy, and that's like small multi-solar system level. Like low that's low multi
system. Like
yeah. You know what's funny? That's stronger than my own calcs for spoiler alert, Baryon mode Naruto.
Oh shit.
Stronger. Yeah. Yeah.
Then that's base form Luffy. Like
that's like gear 4 with the like.
Gear 4. Okay, yeah.
And like which he can casually use now. There's no really side effect to this shit. So yeah, when I make my Naruto versus Luffy video, we know who's gonna win.
This is gonna be really difficult, and really difficult for those Naruto fans. They'll be like, oh,
yeah.
They be in a denial. They don't want to. They don't want to listen to Luffy's feats. They think he's the weakest, but Luffy is strong. Like, come on. But honestly, I would say that Luffy here with Gear 4, Asta's gonna have a lot of trouble.
Yeah, and real quick, and the gear, the Armor Haki also increases the speed as well, right? It's an all-around amp and power, right?
Yep, it increases speed.
So like I said, Luffy's Gear 4th, which is 140 million MFL, right? MF fast and light times 375. Oh god, what's this gonna be? All right, 52 billion times the speed of light.
And people are not gonna believe that. They're like, Luffy's made of rubber. He should have been liquefied. Did you not fiction, bro? Like this is fiction. Of course you won't believe it. I mean,
yeah.
Like come on. So Luffy should be at least faster than Kizaru, like way faster.
Oh yeah, he should be. Like honestly, I don't think Kizaru should be like. Is he even relevant?
Actually, I think Kizaru should be faster than he should be. Like I'm pretty sure, like he could do light attacks, but I'm pretty sure he could move faster than this.
Well, see, like light in the One Piece universe is most likely faster because we do technically see our first light speed feat with the Foxy with the photons and like, and light speed's technically acknowledged with Inru saying, oh, to dodge him you have to be light speed, something like that. So most likely their version of light speed's much faster in their own universe, which makes sense because there's a whole theory out there called like the prism light theory, which basically if just like some decimals were changed in like some universal equation, I don't know if light speed would be much faster in many fictional verses, which if you can believe the Marvel or DC universe has fast light speed, why not believe the One Piece verse does? Anyway, so even
actually I think if Luffy used pretty much Red Rock, he's gonna fucking destroy. It's gonna pretty much fuck up Asta, all right? Because like the anti magic, it protects him from magic, right?
Oh
So
yeah, see his transformations do give him a physical amp, which is why he gets stronger. But like
he's gonna get burned alive. Like I'm just
yeah,
like Red Rock
yeah,
is literally gonna burn him alive. If it
and
hurt Kaido, it's gonna hurt him.
yeah, and that was and so in now in Gear 4, like before he won Gear 4 plus the like speed the speed amp, right?
Right.
He like I would like we agreed that like base Luffy was stronger, but like not as fast. Being like Asta is like 80 mil to like 8 billion, but now with Gear 4 plus the armor Haki, he's much stronger, much faster,
much stronger. Actually, not even that, because like the Gear 4 multiplier for Bounce Man, or like the main one, should get around like at least 1,000 times faster than light by the beginning of Wano. So
yeah,
if you wanna calculate that, you can, but like
yeah, would you say Luffy would so a second he does this, like here's what I see happen. Asta's like thinking, so okay, we got the speed advantage. It's like also remember he has 5 minutes. I would say not too much as time has passed, as Luffy's not the person to draw out a fight. He'd be like we saw what happened to the spring guy. I don't know, you know what I mean, right?
Exactly.
So he I don't know. He was that's how relevant he was when Luffy is like, I don't want to draw this on anymore. So the second he goes to Gear 4, right, and plus the armor Haki, he will just be out of Asta's perspective and probably get like kicked to the side. And I was like, okay, yep, okay. If I'm going full power, that's it.
Yep,
right?
and then Luffy's gonna be. I don't think Luffy will struggle because he can't. I mean, yeah, he will struggle. I'm just saying, like, he doesn't can't activate Gear 5 like that. I don't think he can activate like that unless it's a deadly blow. Then Gear 5 is activated, and then we game over. So like, I'm pretty sure like.
Yeah, if you watched my Universal Asta video, which I made a little bit ago, and I found that some person kept on trying to debunk me in my comic section, and it's kind of funny him trying to debunk me fortified my own like feats. And also I looked into it, and it turns out what he was saying was wrong. I looked into it. I'll get into it right now.
Yeah.
Because okay, so how Lucifero, right? He was when he was fighting destroying the magic captains, trying to get to Asta as they were trying to protect him, right? He fought Dorothy, and Dorothy was like, and what she does, she usually traps people in her glamour world,
Right.
which was stated by Luck and like the Elf Arc that it has no boundaries and it's endless, right? And he has the best mana sensing the entire franchise, and I'm not saying he can sense an infinite amount of area, but what's important about that is the very next panel it said here in Glamour World the impossible is possible, and I think most people accept it now. Even if you go to Versus Battle Wiki or like I don't know, a bunch of those wikis, right, and you just scroll down to like her abilities, it will say in terms of like hacks that is a universal plus a hack. So most people I think accept that nowadays. But like in one, Lucifer was distracted with the other stronger captains. Dorothy was going to like welcome to Dream World, try to trap him in there. And we see this stuff is covering him, but he says it's pointless and just destroys it. Now, technically, the effect itself is the Glamour World, which would mean he is destroying universe, but I can see some people saying, oh, just because he destroyed the effect doesn't mean he actually destroyed the whole thing, which I understand. But the thing was, when people just barely when the second the thing's open, people get sucked into they get instantly sucked in or pulled in by the Glamour World, because it's the entire universe pulling you in. And someone, like I said in the comic section, try to say it's not pulling you in, it's just teleporting. Which, do you want me to get the scan showing where it actually states it pulls anything in? Do you want to see it?
Yeah, let me see this.
Okay, here, I'm going to actually kind of funny, a friend of mine was like, hey, yeah, you're welcome. I was like, yeah, let me scroll up real quick. Here it is. Here, let me. Actually, I'm just gonna take a picture of it. I'll just take a picture so you can like just have click the link.
All right.
All right. Here we go. So this is the description of the attack itself, right? Not attack though. Oh my god, what are these fucking ads? I don't want to learn stuff. All right. So I'm only gonna cut out. I'm just gonna go to the part where it just and this is in the first dialogue of it explaining, like here's the description. This if you just go to the first dialogue, like where it says, and not even down towards the bottom, the first thing it says, like here, I'm putting it in right now. I'm putting in scans. Here we go. Scans. Here it is. The first thing, right? It says, yada yada, the glamour world is a thing, right? And it says right here, those who, wait, no. Wait. With an open grimoire, the user releases a multi-hued mist that pulls anything it touches. Pulls. So I was right about that. God, like no, it took me. I wish I would have read this sooner, so I just pulled that up. Which means Lucifero in his base casually just. If you don't want to go with the fact that he did destroy, which I can understand you arguing, even though the effect itself is the glamour world. He did resist a universe, like casually, like he just resisted it, like you and like you know. Do you agree with that?
Who for Asta?
Lucifero when he was just that.
Oh, I haven't seen the scan, so.
Here, let me show you the scan real quick. All
right.
Let me go to my video. I think that was a short video. I know. I felt like I had to give Lucifero his own video because, like, to understand the meta I was gonna show, like, you know, it needed to be done. Oh, perfect. I was already left on here. I didn't have to find it. Here we go. So remember, now this is Lucifero caught off guard because he was dealing with Fagolion, Nozel, like the other stronger captains, and Dorothy was like, "Surprise, motherfucker!" And well, you know, it didn't work. All right, that's saved here. I'm putting it in right now. Here's the scans, and this is like a Lucifero. This is all right. Here we go. Do you see how the kind of weird effect you see in the first one? It says to dream magic, right? That's the that's the stuff touching him, and and you see his back is turned. He doesn't, you know, stuff like that. And then like he looks and says it's pointless and just casually destroys. You see it?
Oh,
it's on him.
Yeah, I see it.
And he just, yeah, like and like. I believe when he gets animated, maybe even see that. Maybe even show him just casually standing in it for like 10 seconds. Like nah, but like still, it's on him, right? And if you want to go with the fact that he is not like even though the effect itself is the world, but if you want to go over that, it's not the entire world. Which I can understand you arguing, right? Still, resisting a universe is resisting a universe. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I get it.
Then he has a transformation which is at least 2 times stronger. I don't know. We don't really know how strong he gets, right? And also, your point. Obviously, he's not going all out, but Asta did survive a few punches from him in his Devil Union. That's a little. So he has some durability. Like he has some fighting spirit, but like when he goes true Devil Union, Asta kills him, literally one-shots him in under 5 seconds. Say he only has 5 seconds left, and he did it in under 5 seconds.
Oh shit.
And like in terms of like speed, Lucifero dodged Asta's. We want to get that scan out too, him dodging the infinite slash.
Oh, the infinite slash. Let me see this.
Yeah, here, I'm still talking about it, right? So I'm skipping out my video. It's a pretty
Okay.
short video, so I'll find it. But like, him, so casually, he dodges he casually dodges the infinite slash twice, which is stated by one to be a direct parallel. Oh wait, did I find it? No, it's stated to be a direct parallel to Asta's like. Here we go. I'll just it's stated to be a direct parallel to Yami's. The sword itself is Yami's sword. You know, that's just one thing, but the abilities and itself is stated to be a direct parallel. Like even like it has the same effects, only with the anti-magic part, right? And its own the Equinox version was able to traverse a infinite size realm, right?
Right.
As well as the regular old dimension slash can cut through space and time, which is like, you know, infinite. And that one and he was able to dodge them both like it was nothing. And he also did dodge Yami's own slash as well when they were fighting as well. And here I found this guy. I'm pointing right now. You see him. You see, he even said, and this is him. You know, and Asta has a like when he uses the katana, he gains like a samurai state. He becomes like more. He gets a scarf and like he gets like, you know, the long pants most samurais wear. He gets that and stuff, which is pretty cool. But like do you see this guy, him dodging the infinite slash?
Yeah.
Which, and since he was casually able to speed blitz, Lucifer would make him also have infinite speed. Like now. So in terms of now, wait, real quick, do you have any idea what Luffy's Gear 5th multiplier is?
We have no idea. I mean, it's just been revealed and stuff, so I guess that's the only way. But he did say that Luffy said that this is the peak of his power. Like he said, he feels funny. He feel like he could do anything. This is the peak of his power. So it's pretty much way superior or far superior than Gear 4th.
Right, and it's like I wanna find out the multiplier for it. I don't want to just say, oh, it's twice as strong as like Gear 4th, which obviously it's not, or maybe it's 7.5 times strong since he was casually able to dog stomp Kaido. Like I want to actually find a much better, you know what I mean? Like right. Now I'm still theorizing like maybe it's better. It's like maybe here's a way, since plus the 20 times amp for the Gear 4th and he's not even using Haki. We don't even see him using Haki in his Gear 5th yet, right?
What for
Gear 5th? We don't even see the armament Haki on his arms or anything, right?
Oh no, Kaido said that he's using all three forms of Haki. He
in
uses
Gear
like
5th as well.
Yeah, in Gear 5th. He said he is surrounding his body. He said he coated his entire body with ornament and Conqueror's Haki. So you don't see it, but he does it.
Oh, like I know Armor Haki also has the invisible part of it. But like see, I have two ways of maybe finding out the multiplier. One, taking the 375 times amp which you found for the Armor Haki, and the 20 times amp for the Gear 4th. Right. And just adding that together and maybe at least timesing it by 2, since that would technically be more of a peak. That might be the multiplier for it. If you that, or just finding out all the multipliers for all the Hakis and just adding it together. Which one do you think would be more of a better way of finding out the multiplier? Because I feel like the first way might be better, and you would most likely get a bigger number, because that would also include his, you know, gear powers, his rubber plus his Haki powers. Which way do you think would be better?
I think it would be better if I actually don't know. This is kind of a hard one. Like
we can try both out. I mean, it's probably better to use the first one if we're gonna just quickly do it right now, since we actually know what Gear 4th and Armament Haki is. We don't really know the multiplier for Conqueror or Observation Haki is.
I think Conqueror's Haki Yeah, there's no multiplier for that because like it said that you can literally infuse your attacks with Conqueror's Haki and we're surrounding it too. So pretty much it is an amplifier, but we just don't know how much stronger. I guess I could use the basic multiplier that I'm using for Haki. But that's the only way because, like, I believe what Rayleigh said about Conqueror's Haki is that it cannot be trained. Your base form has to be stronger. Though, so the stronger your base form, the stronger your Conqueror's Haki.
Alright, and no, just for the sake of this thing, I'm just gonna assume it's like I'm just gonna take the armament Haki plus the Gear 4 multiplier, right? Which, if you add that's 395, and then times it by 2, assuming that's his absolute peak for his things, right? And that would make it like a Gear 5th. No, I don't know if I'm fully on board with this, but I think I can agree with this, making Gear 5th a 790 times amp.
And I sent the scan if you wanted to see.
Yeah, here, let me see that real quick. Yeah, so honestly, I think that's for now the best way to find out what Gear 5th is. Like, do you agree? Like, just adding both Gear 4 and like, no, we should add Gear. We should probably just add all. No, here, it's probably best to add all of his gears up and the thing, and then times it by 2 is probably the best way to do it, right? So, if Gear 2nd's a 5 times amp, right?
Right.
Gear 3rd doesn't really have an attack. It's just like an attack, right? So does that really count as an amp or
what for the gear? The
third.
Gear 3rd attack. I guess it makes his. I guess it makes it's like a stronger way of attacking, but like in a giant form, in the form of a giant. So I guess it increases his strength, but we just don't know how much.
We just say it's like at least twice as strong as Gear.
Nigga.
Okay. If we just say it's at least twice as like Gear 2nd, which means that's a 10 times amp, and Gear 4th is a 20, plus the 375 for the armament Haki, right? Times that by 2, we have Gear 5th at 820 times amp, and if we add that to Luffy's already like power, like for its Gear 4th, right? So you want to find out what gear so far for now, we might improve on this, but for now a Gear 5th Luffy would be, because as of now, do you think True Devil Union is winning as of now?
I don't think so. And the only reason I'm saying this is because Gear 5th is kind of built different. I mean,
wait, he has his Toon Force.
Yeah, the Toon Force is going to be a problem. So, like,
yeah.
I mean, he can fight however he wants. And the fact that Luffy does have a time limit too is that he can literally just force it back. So he could be like, if his time limit is up, Luffy could be like, you know what, no, I'm gonna continue fighting, and just force his heart to restart again. So like, he could force himself back into that form. While True Devil Union, it really doesn't have that much just like going for him.
Yeah, so, and like, how I don't know. Anyway, so I have like, okay, so Luffy in Gear 5th, he's hitting the. Give me 1 minute. He's hitting the like. He's hitting the like multi-solar through potentially low galaxy level. If you want to just say galaxy level is Gear 5th.
Gear 5th. We don't even know how strong it is.
Yeah, we're just kind of spitballing.
Yeah,
we're just kind of spitballing.
I guess like if he goes up to that level, if this is like the peak of his power, I'm pretty sure he could just do whatever he wants, and he'd be like, you know what, I could become as big as I want. Like he just becomes big as the planet and just
eats it. And for the speed wise, times that by 820, and we have him at like 43 trillion times the speed of light.
Oh fucking Jesus! Oh shit! So people,
but like, Yeah, don't worry. I'll be making a Luffy video in the future. I'll hopefully go over some of this shit. But like so in True Devil Union so far, like Asta does have the speed advantage for infinite speed, and the strength advantage for being like universal. But here's the thing. But like okay, so here's the thing. Yes, infinite speed's much faster than billion times speed of light, and universal is stronger through like multi-solar, through like multi-solar through low to galaxy level. But that one that was just spitballing, but two, he has the tune for like that's the one thing. Like what here's the thing, where's the cutoff of where tune force is just it doesn't matter. Like I know there's different forms of it, but Bugs Bunny has one of the strongest forms.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying Luffy has the same type of Bugs Bunny, but he does have a considerable amount of Toon Force. And my question always in those debates: how much stronger does one have to be to overcome Toon Force? Do you think the universal plus infinite speed would be enough for Well, and plus he probably at least wasted a minute or two fighting Luffy before he went through Devil Union, right?
Yeah.
Do you think he has enough to, do you think his strength and speed advantage is enough to end him?
For Luffy?
For Asta, do you think his strength speed advantage is enough in True Devil Union, or do you think the Toon Force is just going to be too much?
I think in this form, it depends, because like if Luffy grows the size of a giant, it will gonna be extremely hard for Asta to cut him, especially since Luffy can mold around like sharp attacks.
Yeah, that's the one thing is Asta in Devil Union did fight against an ancient demon. And those things are like dwarf the size of countries, right? And like the way he did it was just make his black divider really big, which the whole part about being a cut through magic won't be helpful, but the bigger, longer weapon would help. But do you think I feel like his Toon Force would be at least be enough to infinite speed, but like would be enough to confuse or like Asta enough where he might just outlast his transformation.
I would say it depends, because like if Luffy is pretty much infused with Conqueror's Haki, which pretty much you can pretty much like block attacks from hitting you. If that is the case, then I'm pretty sure like what do you like? I say even get close, because of the pressure of the Haki.
Well, would it affect okay, actually that's a good argument. Like even though he is universal with infinite speed, which if you have infinite speed, doesn't matter if you're quintillions of times faster speed of light, you would still be infinitely times faster. But still, the whole Conqueror's Haki, especially now that's being just like with the whole fact that the advanced version, it might pull it might be enough to evade Asta. I'm not saying he's faster, but I'm saying it might be enough to like confuse him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like,
what you mean.
Like if we just assumed he's at least wasted 2-3 minutes, maybe 1-2-3 minutes. Asta just has to Luffy just has to wait out at least a few more minutes until then. After that, he can't even go into his black mode for 30 minutes. He can't do shit, and like his base is only moon level, so yeah.
Well, has Asta have been was he able to get hit by lightning before?
Oh yeah, like Luck. He fought Luck on par, and he has lightning magic. Even now, he has true lightning magic
or ultimate lightning magic or something like that.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, something like that. And like, yeah, he's fought lightning timers.
Oh, so he was okay. Oh, well, that's magic though. It's not natural lightning though.
Well, actually, the creator. Here's another thing. So there's arguments. People say, "Oh, the black hole wasn't real," stuff like that, and it's not actual light speed because it's magic. Well, here's the thing. Creator of Yuki Tabata There's two statements, one inverse, one outverse. One inverse saying that all magical properties are exact replicas of the real life elements, and outverse, the creator said that in an interview. And another thing to fortify the fact is that the author's previous manga, Hungry Joker, a very good manga by the way, right?
All right.
Was all the power system was physics. Like I'm not the use their powers, they were physics.
Oh, so like
Well,
with the true lightning magic, they was able to use their mana to create real lightning, right?
it's yeah, the ultimate, like inside Black Clover, the ultimate stuff is like using nature's natural mana, which is so absurd that it like just dwarfs any other creature or something like that. I don't know, like nature's mana is just broken, I guess. But, and so the main argument I noticed is that the Yuki Tabata knows what he's talking about because his whole previous manga was all about physics, so he would know a thing or two of what he's talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why, like,
If that's the case, then like if Luffy was like in the giant form, right, and he's just like, what, fuck this. He just goes into the sky, just grab lightning and just throw it at Asta. And also he'll be like, you know what, that's not gonna affect me, right?
yeah, and like especially if he's in like, right now, he'd be in his True Devil Union. He'd probably just stand there and it wouldn't like. He'd probably like brush it off in terms of he would be much more stronger than him, unless of like but like here's my main problem is like, can you agree that True Devil Union, though it's only 5 minutes, he is stronger and faster? It's just that Luffy so hacks out that the Toon Force just might just like. My whole turning point is what is the gap between strength in terms of strength where Toon Force doesn't matter.
I mean, Toon Force at the end of the day, I mean, there's no way to overcome that. It's basically kind of like reality warping. Yeah. So like, I mean, it's like, it's weird because they say that Luffy can fight however he wishes. So pretty much like if Luffy was able to, because he can affect others with his Toon Force, it's been shown. So it's just that if he straight up just punches Asta insides is going to start expanding, and it is almost like he's getting punched right through him, like how
yeah. So that's the thing I'm saying is Asta even shown in Lucifero, right? He, another universal being which he was casually able to one shot, right?
Right.
He actually let him hit him, which he was, I don't know why he's been a cocky bastard, but he let him hit him like over 20 like he did a whole JoJo punch, right? And he let him hit him over 20 times and he took the hit just to humble him, right?
Right.
He, like something with this whole theme is showing that devils lack the capability to feel fear because they are the pinnacle of it, and Asta is forcing them to feel an emotion they are incapable of feeling. That's something Libe kind of wants to do. Like that's so like, okay, fine, right?
Right.
Which but like as I was saying, right, and this is and so and even after that, he did let him use a bunch of gravity spells on him, and then he was like, "Okay, that's enough," and just sliced him. That he died, right?
Right.
But like, so Asta is I don't know if he was trying to humble him, but I feel like Asta in True Devil Union, he would probably throw a lightning ball and be like, "That's okay, that's weak, right?" I feel like he would allow him to hit him at least a few times, and that's what I'm saying. Like, would his Toon Force capabilities just mess up with his mind so much, where he would just be like so fucked up in the mind, where he would just waste own few minutes? Like that's what I'm.
Yeah,
that's
I
what
would
my
say
thing
yeah.
is.
It's that if Luffy's using Toon Force along with using Haki, that's going to be a problem for Asta, because Asta, he's going to eventually try to dodge his attacks, especially since if advanced Artemis Haki can damage you from the inside, completely causing dual negation. So
yeah, and that is like yes, Luffy ain't hurting a universal being, but yes, if Luffy has Toon Force plus the durability negation that hurts someone's insides, right, internal organs,
Right.
then, and also, like, as I said, he casually let Lucio just hit him a few times in this new form, which is stupid, but, like,
Yeah.
I mean, but, like, he, could just mess up with his mind so much, with plus the Toon Force wacky capabilities, might mess him up and just make him waste a minute or two, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Right. And if we're going to use True Devil Union, then Luffy's going to use his final attack. And he's going to use pretty much Monkey God Gun. And Monkey God Gun is like the size of an island. So, like, he's going to have to tank that, including it has fire abilities on top of it. It has Conqueror's Haki and Ornament Haki
and the durability negation,
right.
which, like I said, like showed Lucifer did the whole gravity crush thing and the 20-30 hit thing. If like Luffy's no stupid, he would sense, okay, this new form he went under, he's much like. Also probably speed blitz him just to show, like probably dodge lightning, pop up behind him just to kick him down, and which wouldn't hurt him because he's done that. But like I'm saying that he would probably kick him. That's exactly what he did. Lucifer punched him, right? Like he speed blitzed him, took his hand off, and kicked him. Which kicking won't do anything to Luffy.
Right.
But like, which is why I'm saying. And then he would probably let Luffy hit him at least a few times. And like it's just to humble him, like he does in this form, right?
Right.
And like most likely, Luffy's like, okay, I gotta end this with my final thing. He goes to the Monkey God thing, and he would probably just stand there thinking, okay, this is gonna be nothing right now. And us Durban, I'm not saying that's gonna be enough to end a universal being, but with the Toon Force added and the fact that there's just like that might mess. And how much time do you think Asta's wasted so far?
By the time he's just wasting time just by standing there and taking attacks, I'm pretty sure like if Luffy using a Gatling gun and he's pretty much using all these Haki attacks and he's pretty much punching like he's pretty much warping his body, right? He's pretty much warping his body, and this is kind of like matter manipulation. And the reason why this is matter manipulation is because pretty much when a Devil Fruit user awakens their abilities, they can transmutate anything in their surroundings. Like when Luffy transmutate energy, he can turn that into rubber. He could turn lightning into rubber. And he can pretty much turn you into rubber. So yeah, it's pretty much messing with your matter on an atomic level. So for if Asta is going to deal with that, then he's going to get fucked. I'm telling you, he's going to get fucked.
Yeah, and like it doesn't matter now. He is much faster and stronger in this form, but still, like I said, also I don't think I mentioned this. The time limit for Devil Union and True Devil Union are linked. So if Asta wasted 2-3 minutes in Devil Union, then 1 to True Devil Union, that doesn't restart. It still continues.
Oh, okay.
And like so that's why I'm saying, like, do you think the Toon Force would be enough to mess up with Asta so much that he would just waste all this time before he could actually kill him?
I would say yes, due to the matter manipulation.
Yeah, but of course, if Asta doesn't want to humble him, he could probably like use a slice or infinite slash or whatever, and maybe in character wise plus the Toon Force, like I just don't. That's the thing. It's just that I don't know where the cutoff is. Like, is like multi through low to galaxy level compared to a universal being? Is that a cutoff?
Like I don't like. That's true.
That's why. Where's the cutoff where Toon Force isn't gonna matter in the fight in terms? That's where I'm looking at.
I mean, if we could look at Aurelie, right? She has the Toon Force, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It doesn't. They say that it doesn't affect Beerus because I don't know.
But Beerus said, oh, Beerus was strong. It was like, oh, Beerus could kill if he wants. And the way it may look like, I feel like Goku was also in that blue form able.
Yeah, he's like universal.
Oh yeah, see, he was at least. I feel like he was at least on par with her. But like Vegeta, honestly, Vegeta was able to take the most hits in base. I mean, that's why
I think that a whole anime was not canon, because honestly,
Example of this. Here's a, Lobo from the Marvel DC comics, right? Lobo, he's the white, red eyes, black hair, right?
Yeah.
Heard of him? So he fought against the Mask, from like Jim Carrey movie, The Mask, right?
Right.
Now his Toon Force, right? Now Lobo was much stronger and faster, but his Toon Force, they were practically equals because of the Toon Force. So that's why I'm like, okay, so where's that cutoff? You know what I mean?
Yeah, where
So, like,
can you scale Toon Force?
I mean, of course, there's different varieties, but I'm saying with the Toon Force Luffy has, would that be enough to overcome someone with infinite speed plus universal attack potency compared to over trillions times speed of light plus like solar through low to galaxy level? That's where I'm standing. Like,
yeah.
Do you think he will mess him up in the head so much with like that last time, which most likely.
Wait. I do have an idea. Hold on. I think I know where the point is. Hold on. Let me give 1 second what a Kaido said.
Oh, okay.
He said something about Devil Fruit Awakenings and what they really do. So give me 1 second. Let me look at this up. Like Awakenings. Okay, so what did he say? What did he say? Fuck. Okay. Alright, so what he said is that I believe. Oh, hold on. Actually, you know what? Let me just save this and post it in the scans.
Alright.
So this is what he said about Devil Fruit Awakenings. So he said, I'm relieved to hear that you still got sass, Straw Hat. Awakening is what happens when your mind and body catches up to your abilities. And those are currently ridiculous powers. So what he's saying right here, awakening is what happens when pretty much your mind and body catches up with your Devil Fruit abilities. So basically, like, if that's the case, the mind and body, that means in his pretty much, since it's linked to his imagination, he can pretty much do whatever. This is pretty much what he's doing. Like, you could do whatever with your Devil Fruit abilities.
So let's just conclude. It's like and he's most likely gonna waste a lot of time before he was already in Devil Union, where Luffy had the clearly strength and speed advantage, right?
Right.
Do you see, like, I'm gonna be honest, with this meta of Asta, I can see him. I'm not saying he's not stronger or faster, but just due to how crazy Gear 5 is, and I don't know if a galaxy being, I'm just saying galaxy being with massively fat, like trillions of times the speed of light, versus a universal being with infinite speed, I think with limited time in that form, right? I feel like he could just, like, I feel like he could outlast him or like do that one attack that could maybe send him flying. He'd be like, "What the heck? Why am I like? What is logic, right?" I feel like he could mess him up enough to just make it where he just goes out of his form, and then Luffy would just walk up and be like, "Hey there, buddy," but like,
and not only that, but Luffy is extremely durable. Especially like in the Gear 5, like he's extremely durable. So like
I know I gave some props to Asta, which in just Devil Uni was it'll take blows from a like Lucifer, which is universal. Which, to be fair, after like the second time he landed a good punch on him, right? Did like knock out. To be fair, so yeah, he didn't die, but he did like he just died,
Right.
But like so I can, in this meta of Asta, stuff like that, I will get, no, I'm not saying he's stronger, I'm not saying he's faster, but just due to how the characters act, and he will most likely waste time, and like before even entering True Devil Union, and just how broken the Toon Force is, and like he just might he'll most likely let him get a hit on that'll just mess him up entirely. I can give this version of meta to Luffy. Would you say mid diff, like mid high diff for Luffy?
I would say this is kind of a mid diff for Luffy here. At Gear 5, it definitely a mid diff. So
right, and that's where I and like, but then and that's where I put like I guess this meta of I guess Asta and just remember we were kind of spitballing for the multiplier for like gear fifth. I'm probably gonna come out with a stronger variant. You know what I mean? I'll when I do my own video. I'll probably who knows? Maybe I might get the multiplier even stronger. Like but yeah, that's where I like sit in this. But then now there's one more meta which I'll be making a video about this probably very soon,
right.
which is my here. I'm just gonna you already seen the like thumbnail, but like I'll just put it in here. My multiversal Asta meta. Now, if I know a lot of people got mad at that, but like if y'all can believe Naruto's multiversal like bare ass evidence, I think you guys can listen to Asta. So where that stands is the fact that just the weakest of the cliff off devils, Lilith and Nama, when knocked was like he had he couldn't beat them. They were just much stronger than him, right? He released a supreme level devil spell, which was like it was here I'm putting what it looks like in right now, right? And here, go down here, and here it is. The supreme devil level. This spell makes a world that is the only thing. It is a world that does not physically exist. The only things that can exist within this world are shadows and light. Well, the things made of shadows because that's his magic. But are shadows and light. And since light and shadows are like to exist, they exist in the same way, right?
Right.
And he traps them there. And he's like, okay, there's no way they can get out. The world doesn't even physically exist, right? But by Lilith and Nama casually exist. Oh wait, I didn't even post it. Shit, I'm sorry. I thought. Oh, here, that. Do you see it?
Yeah, I seen it.
It's called Monument of Atonement. By them casually just flexing their energy, right? I'm putting it in here, right? By them just casually flexing their energy, they destroy it like entirely. And I'm putting it in here. Here it is. Here there's there's two ways that now they by them just casually did a post or something. There you go. By them just casually existing, right? They destroy it, right? And these are one's the fan translation and one's the original translation. I'm gonna go tonight. I'm probably gonna go get the real one. So I'm buying the manga tonight. But either way, in both translations they say they are destroying the light and shadows itself. And and I'll put it in right now. And what's impressive about that is light and shadows. They are fifth dimension. And actually, I ran this by Golem. He's like the dimensional tiering guy, right? And I showed him some articles, and he did say so. I have it right here. I named it. Here it is. So shadows and light, right, are fifth dimensional constructs. And to destroy one, you would need also to be fifth dimensional or like low complex multiversal in AP. This is just them casually existing. They're not using any spell. When they say this is fire, this is devil fire magic or devil ice magic, right?
Right.
That's not saying what magic they have. And like they're just casually existing. They're doing this. And I actually ran this by Golem, right? And he said yes if there was like destroying the like construct itself, and if the fifth dimension is like infinitely higher than the fourth, which it is, then that would equate to AP purposes, right? So he can, of course, Golem has some consistencies with this stuff, but he actually did agree with that. If you are destroying the construct and it is an infinitely dimension thing, right, it would account for AP, which means just them, weakest of the cliff off devils, are casually destroying this. And Asta destroyed the fused version of this, and in his true devil union, he casually destroyed the strongest version, the strongest Cliff Off so far, Cliff Off Devil, which would make him 11 stages above that, which is because there are 10 Cliff Off Devils, and his fifth horn is representation of him being a stage above a supreme devil, like maybe a god devil, I don't know, and it's a representation of him being like 11 stages higher, which would make him just like 11 times like low complex multiversal.
Damn.
And if we use that meta, I don't think Luffy is gonna survive.
Well, I think Luffy might be like at least this level. If you the thing I sent you in the scan, the thing I found out is the book fruit, and it stated that it's be able to create isekais. And we know isekais meaning worlds, or transparent like universes. So it's been stated that the span of these universes are infinite.
Isn't it because it's the book, right?
Yeah,
the books are infinite.
Yeah, the books are
stories.
Infinite. And there was a library in Big Mom's library. It was Big Mom's library. She said there's a whole bunch filled with these kinds of books. So if that's the case, and we have stated that pretty much, you know, the Yami Yami no Mi being the strongest, quote unquote, strongest fruit in existence, or the most dangerous fruit in existence. And then we should pretty much credit this as like, you know, him able to nullify universes. So he pretty much can destroy universes. And he did say that his darkness can reduce things to nothing. So like, if that's the case, he could take away a person's ability to create universes by just touching them. I'm pretty sure he could just absorb them too, but yeah.
Oh, Blackbeard can do that?
Yeah, Blackbeard. Yeah, he can take your abilities away.
Oh yeah, it was like he took
And then we have Ace being able to be comparable with Blackbeard in the battle, and we know Luffy is way more stronger than Ace. He's like way stronger than Ace. So, and then we have Kaido, who says that devil fruits are not enough to rule the world. He said Roger, who did not have a devil fruit, was able to conquer the world by himself. So he said that Haki transcends all. You only need Haki to win. And we know that Roger fought Kaido, Whitebeard, and Big Mom. He fought all three of them with only Haki. And and Garp too. Yeah, he was there too. I forgot. Yeah. But yeah, he fought.
Honestly, Garp's a little different.
Yeah, Garp. Yeah, Garp. The dude that he can punch. He turns mountains into powder after punching them. I forgot when he did this. But yeah, pretty much Haki is greater than devil fruits. That's pretty much what they're saying. Haki's greater than devil fruits.
I feel like that. Like honestly, I hear so many people trying to say, "Oh, Cole D. Roger had a devil fruit." Oh, no, he didn't.
Yeah, the dude did not have a devil fruit.
That's what made him special. Like he didn't need a sacrifice swim. He just was a Pirates of the Caribbean person. He didn't need a magic.
Right, he's devil god
fruit. Yeah, but so are you trying to say that this is so? Are you trying to say that like this? Like the fact that he could nullify universal power, or the fact this would equate to AP? Because my only issue with this is because I know the person Charlotte Mondi, I was making sure I pronounced that right. He pulls you inside the book, like he puts you in the book, and in there, and the way I see it, he's kind of like Dorothy in the sense where he's like the god in that realm, and that's why he has all that control. But even if you burn the book, the people will come out, and then you can, which is why I think it's more saying in that book he is of that level, but outside of it I don't think he would that's my one thing. I mean, for the sake of this argument, we have, which in my opinion the multiversal meta for Asta is much hard. I don't think you even can debunk it. I would feel like my universal argument is harder to debunk compared to my multiversal. Which one do you think is harder to debunk, my multi or universal?
I think
Which one?
the multi one. I think that's gonna be the hardest to debunk.
Yeah, I was like with my universal one, you kind of have to prove three things, and which I do take is like I do say you could use it, but with the multiverse one, they just do it existing.
For real.
And it's for the sake of this argument, would you personally like that's like my only art that's one like I know of this meta, and my only argument against is the fact that since in that book Charlie DeMonte is like that I don't know, like multi like high universal through multiversal, like I don't know, like is that like so there's like an infinite, so at least universal plus being, but outside, but that's only because in that book he is like that. But like for the sake of this argument, since we have just a gear, just like a what am I saying, like just a like Devil Union Asta at low complex multiversal, or would you want to just give, just for like wank purposes, would you want to give Luffy just that argument just for the sake of it, just for the hell of it, for just
I would say for the sake of it, I would say that Luffy's like multiversal, I guess. With Haki, he should be even stronger than this because like I don't know, like it's a weird wank.
And like you do agree in most standards this shouldn't be, but I can for this specific battle might as well just use the highest bit to get Asta down, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so like I said, like in the bookie me, or the book for whatever, it has control over all books, right? And like you said, Big Mom showed there was like all these books, right? So to be multiversal, you would have to be able to destroy over 1001 different like universes, and since one of these books, as his said, would have like just like infinite pages or stories, whatever, and I'm pretty sure a library. No, how many books does I'm just gonna look up real quick just to be sure. How many books does an average library have, right?
Yeah, but don't forget Big Mom's house is way bigger.
Yeah, I'm just like she probably has one of the biggest.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, okay, so a minimum is 1,000.
So it'd be over, over 1,000.
Minimum, yeah, and I think a minimum of books are like even like a school library.
Infinite universes.
Yeah, and like even a school libraries have like just school libraries usually have 8,000 books apparently, I guess. So I feel like you can, if you want to just like, this is obviously a wank argument just because like no way we're putting, even with like the 2-4 guys, no way we're just trying to give Luffy some sort of chance against this, right? If we do give him the wank argument, then he would at least be multiversal. I would say like high. So that was way before multiversal plus 2 high-end multiversal, you know what I mean?
Right. And like, if I really want to wank it, I would use composite Luffy.
Yeah, like, and but even with that, here that would still be like infinite 4D, and it would not be like it would not be anywhere close to a 5th dimensional being who is like over.
If you do composite Luffy, which he was able to fight against Dragon Ball Super heroes.
He fought against Dragon Ball. I thought I was just against like End of Z Goku.
He fights like ex Xeno Goku levels of characters. So which special was this? Like
it
was like a collaboration, like a little collaboration of it. I think I posted
blue hair.
I think I posted it in the. You said what?
Was it the one with the blue hair guy?
I think so. Actually, no. It's in hot takes. You see in the hot takes.
Okay, yeah. Let me go to hot takes. Did you just newly post it?
Oh, it was always there.
All right, which one? Oh, holy shit! Oh my god! Oh.
Yeah, Luffy should be 6D. So like, If I use composite Luffy, it'll be over.
If okay, we're not using composite Luffy though. That's not fair.
I mean, composite Asta. He doesn't
Oh well,
really
no,
do much.
there is only one Asta. There's no composite Asta.
Wait, I thought it was. I thought Asta was in Jump Force.
Oh well, yeah, but like if you want to use that, then even like Naruto, like I should say even like
Deku. Right,
yeah,
Deku.
so
Yeah,
even Deku's fighting Goku in Jump Force, so like
so he's universal, like
yeah. Oh,
but
where the hell are they?
I would say like Luffy will lose if like this was like a not composite, like a complex multiversal.
The multiversal meta, which even you agree is much harder to debunk.
Yeah, much harder to debunk, but like if it's like normal means, then yeah, like
if I use the like first, so okay, let's do this. First, like the first meta, my older meta, right?
Right.
I would say Luffy takes the win only because of just how the characters are. He is, if we're being fair, he'd be wasting time in Devil Union, and when he goes like Gear 4, he might just like be like, okay, I've seen enough. He might not even give him a chance to pow. He might not even give him a chance to go True Devil Union right off the bat. And he might just kill him Gear 4th, right? He might just kill him like that. Right. And even if he does go like Gear 5th, which he would be much stronger and faster, just the time wasted plus the fact that he'll most likely give him like a few attacks, right?
Right.
So which would just mess him up. I would say Luffy in that meta like takes it mid to high diff. And, would you agree?
Yeah, I agree. A mid to high diff.
But with the new meta, which is even harder to debunk, with just the low complex multiversal Asta, well, it's easy differ. Like no, there's no like
Well, actually, Asta. Did Asta do this within his union forms?
No, he did it just with pure devil. Like not like he was. You can argue he was fatigued also because he fatigued is like he won Devil Union, killed the ancient demon, and then he blitzed over. Well, he flew over to save them, and he already wasted 4 minutes. Like he had 1 minute to kill him, right? And he went over, right?
Right.
And like remember, this is just their pure, just by them flexing their energy, like flexing their muscles, they destroyed like low complex multiversal constructs, right? And he cut off their hand, right? And like they were like, oh nice, you cut off our hand, that's not gonna do anything, we would regrow it, right? They were like making fun of him, saying you're just a human, right? And he just raised his hand up. Just by him raising his hand up, they couldn't move, and he sliced one in half. And his sister, this is where younger audience might want to tune out, was just a little thing. His sister's like, okay, so kisses her brother. They're devils, okay, and then they fuse. And they're like, and Nox says, oh, their strength is unfathomable. It's like my brain, and then Asta one shots the fused version. Less than him. Like he does this all in less than him. He's not trying. Like you can look up that whole fight. It's unison and agree that he destroys. By them just flexing, he is like there's low complex multiverse by them just flexing. And of course Lucifero is at least 10 stages above that, since they're 10 cliff of devils, and True Devil Union casually stomp that, making him at least one more stage above that.
So wait, are devils like made of magic?
No,
they're not.
They're not. They're actually souls or negative. The devils are so a true. It's kind of funny. Zagrid was like the devils we've seen so far. They have no physical form. Like they're in hell, underworld, whatever, right? They exist with no physical. They have like a. It was stated that Zagrid said when he like forced his body to come into the world, right?
Yeah.
He was said like oh, it's been a long time since I've had a physical body, right? and all these other devils, especially like Luffy, they just are walking through the door. Like they're not like growing themselves a body like Zagra did. They just like the door open and they're like, oh, we're free. They're just like, they don't even have like, their mana isn't even like the same as, like, of course it's magic, but their mana is different, and they have like, they're like a spiritual like more entity than anything else.
So do they need like, they only need a grimoire to like to appear in the living world, like the physical world? Or
They don't even need that. Like, they just Zagra just wanted a grimoire. He didn't really, like, to be fair, none of these devils so far even had a grimoire. But like the door gates open and Luffy just walks through. You know, they're like, oh yay, we're free. And they're just physically, and they're not made of magic like, you know, Charmy's wolf. No, they're just like, they're more of like a spiritual being than anything. You can even argue that they don't have a physical body, with, since like Zagred's saying, oh, it's been a long time since I've been in a physical form. We can even argue that.
Oh.
Yeah, they're not made of. Yeah, and it would also, yeah, it also makes sense is when Lucifero manifested, he didn't come through the door. He like forced his way to manifest, right? And he said half of his power is still inside the underworld, maybe meaning that that's what Asta thought was his forced physical form, but his spiritual form is still inside the hell or something.
Interesting. And that's why that's why they like the devil's magic, from what I'm like looking at here, is like, are negative mana. Is that correct?
Yeah, they have like, their mana is pure negative or something. Yeah, that's like, it corrupts people. Like, that's a theory, like why they're evil, because they have negative mana, and why Libe wasn't, because he had no mana.
So if you if you can't counter like their negative mana, you can't do nothing at all.
It's not, no, it's the only way to kill a devil. Like, okay, so you can, like, for an example, when they're fighting, like, so no, here's another example. Like, the Dark Triad at 100% are comparable to the Luffy before they fused, and like even like Jack, like, was able to fight 100% Dante for a little bit, even though he was like he was very weak, and even like Yuno was able to fight 100% Zeon, plus he became an actual devil, right? And like, he was, so which you can even argue like low complex multiversal, like, I guess now, but like whatever. But like they the only way it's not the mana that's a problem for of course their devils have like a higher amount of mana than any other species so far. It's just the negative part. They usually have better magic than most species, like, you know, like, that's just how it works, right?
Okay.
And but like, the only way to kill a devil, like, it's kind of funny, like, you could have someone that's just like so much stronger than them, like, they can just tap their finger on them and they would die. But if you're a high ranking or supreme devil, the only way to kill them is to destroy their heart. But the only way to destroy their heart is to be arcane. And but like Asta's arcane or already, that's why he was able to kill him. And like even showed like with like Finwell's brother was helping fight Zeon when he became a devil, and his magic can erase things out of existence. It threw it, and like his whole torso was destroyed, but his heart was still there, and he said, "You're not arcane, you can't kill me."
Oh. Okay, so alright, if that's the case, then yeah, Asta will actually just like win this. I would say like with Luffy in normal circumstances, he will win like from mid diff. So yeah, in both ways that will win in any scenario. So like
like in both ways Asta can win. It's just more, you know, it's just in the first way we talked about, right? It's just more that how the characters are. That, well, one, Luffy's just base much stronger, and with Gear 4 much stronger and faster than like Devil Union. that he'll just waste a lot of time, and when he actually does become true double union, he'll most of his time will be up. Plus the Toon Force will just be like might just mess him up because he's most likely gonna let him get a hit on.
Exactly. Yeah.
And
Especially.
And inside, like, you know, the multiversal meta, right? Which I now use that as my new meta just for us. Because I don't know, I'm making a few more videos, and then I'll probably pause. I want to spread some distance between my Black Clover videos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in that thing, even just a Devil Union Asta would win. And if he goes true double union, he'll also just be much faster. Like the speed stays the same. Like there's the speed just because he the speed just stays the same.
Right. So that's I guess we can conclude that at the end of the day, Luffy will win one scenario, Asta will win in other scenarios.
Yeah. And so I would say Asta wins with in terms of percentage wise. So if we take one or the other meta, he would win like 60, 70, maybe 75% of the time.
Yeah, and Luffy will just win the other percent. Like
yeah. And I'm not gonna talk about it now because I want this to be my 200 subscriber special. But I think I've mentioned this to you. There's even dependent on this. I'm buying the manga tonight. I'm tired of just trying to find out which one's the